You know, I'm the reason Zach's Gaming Lab doesn't do streams. Okay.
Mm.
Fuck. Well, okay. Thank you, King Snake, our lovely producer. Hello, everybody, and in different circumstances, and of course, well, hopefully an exciting day for you guys. We're here in the Romula One warehouse, where today I've got alongside me A350, or which I will from now on call Airbus.
No.
I've decided that. Yes, I have. And Nathan, or YB Pancho, is gonna be, well, doing camera for us. He's going to be helping us with the broadcast. And of course, he's going to be our pit lane pundit. Welcome, everybody, to the warehouse for the first time ever. And I'm sure you can see the lovely sign behind me with the lovely words, the Romula Tour cast. This is the same area where our new podcast coming out, I don't know when, will be recorded. It's going to be a fun time, guys. Trust me, it's going to be fun. And we're here live for the Grand Prix of Germany. Or if you want to get German, the Grosse Preis von Deutschland.
Damn, nice.
I hope I said that right. Anyways, hello, Airbus. Hello, Nathan.
Yeah, what's up?
Hello.
Hello.
And how
Hello.
are you guys doing? Are you guys excited?
Well, for me, Kian, yes, I am excited. Not as excited as my new nickname, Airbus. But anyway, moving on. I'm super excited to be here in the Romula One Tour cast, and also happy to be here in Berlin. I love Berlin. I was here so many times. My grandma was here all the times because she lives in here. So yeah, but yeah, Berlin's a good, very beautiful city, and with a racetrack being held in here, it's gonna be getting more beautiful.
And as you can see in the corner, qualifying 3 is about to start. Now, I can't exactly read you the results right now. Or Nathan, can you read the results for us? Who was knocked out in Q1 and who was knocked out in Q2?
Currently knocked out in Q2 is Mr. Cowpox and Kanye, both in the Artemis cars. With I believe there goes the results. Let me just go over to.
All right, we got a podcast intro.
Do we?
What? Okay. So we've got a lot of things here. Apparently, we're way more professional than we thought we were. But anyways, it's a pretty special day. It's 35 years to the day that the Berlin Wall was knocked down. So what better way to celebrate and to remember that by having a race around the streets of Berlin. It's the capital city of Germany. It's where we've, well, had many great races. Last season, the Train Pig battled hard with Dakar for the win. He ended up crashing out. And Dakar won the race whilst watching a football match in absolute Dakar fashion. Well, today we've got a new king of Romula One, and it's Critical Noob, who's won the last 3 races in a row. Can he do it again? And can he do it here at his home Grand Prix, the Grand Preis von Deutschland? It's season 5, it's Romula One, and it's qualifying 3.
So,
Oh
no! Oh, and a moment there. So
that was
wait,
by
are
Gosha.
Yeah, apparently, I think so. So wait, hold up. I'm talking to our lovely producer here. Did you just say "Thick of It" by KSI? No, that is no.
no,
That's
don't,
gonna be
no,
copyrighted.
don't.
It's gonna be copyrighted.
Where's Kian? Where did Kian go?
I'm looking at King Snake's stream. It just made me leave.
I'm in the thick of
What?
it, everybody knows. They know me where it's no.
No. So, sorry guys for what you're about to hear.
Oh hell no, don't do it.
I'm in my prime, but this ain't even final form.
Well, good thing I cannot hear it.
Can we just zoom in to Q3, please? I feel like the viewers would like to see Q3.
What if they don't want to see Q3?
Then why are they here?
Because they want to see podcast.
Either way, Critical Noob is still
Okay,
gonna be.
so can we zoom in to Q3, our lovely producer King Snake? Can we look at qualifying 3, please? Everyone wants to see the Grand Preis von Deutschland. I swear, if I see people in chat saying they prefer this, they're just trolling. To a cast in all caps. Wow!
Wow.
Qualifying.
The Q3 is already underway.
Yeah, it's been underway for months.
Bit of an overstatement.
Mate! Zoom in on Q3! Not fully! I can't see anything! No. Can you put the resolution up, please? Because I can...
Wait.
There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome, finally, to the street circuit of Berlin. We've seen many battles here before, and we're currently looking at one of the best drivers in the world. Last season, Dakar, the at the time best driver in Romula One, king of Romula One, was fighting for the win and ended up winning here. And this season, your home man, Critical Noob, the new king of Romula One, seen as he's won 3 in a row, is going to try to win 4 in a row and extend his championship lead once again here at his home in Berlin. And you could just get a tiny glimpse there of the Romula 2 cast logo.
Well, yeah. Critical Noob will look forward for winning in Berlin, but it also he has a different effect of racing at home. Pressure. He's right now under lots of pressure, even though he's a championship leader, because he has pressure from his homeland, from his German crowd who are cheering for their home hero. For as of right now, Critical Noob is in P2, surprisingly, just 20,000 of a second slower than Meow in Accelerate.
So, could we see the graphics, please, and the standings? A lovely producer.
Stop speaking to the voice in your head.
And we've only got a few minutes left in qualifying. It is currently, let me read, Meow is on top of the standings from Critical Noob, the home man who's just a few hundredths of a second off. Then it's Go-Go, ASM, Clocks, James, Epic Lexin, the G-Force, Gosha in the Hue, Heels in the PMP, and the Train Pig in 10th. Will the home man, Critical Noob, try and change the storylines? Just like he's done for the last 3 rounds in a row. It's currently been a meme racing lockout this season. They've won all 4 races, 3 of them, or 3 out of the 4, coming from this man, Critical Noob. Fernan, who's had a disappointing season since the first race, and he's not even in Q3 here. Oh, and a mistake from Critical Noob. And the home hero has just had to leave his car, and I think he'll have time to go round for another lap, for one final lap. Who are we looking at, King Snake?
Meow. We are watching Meow.
It's Meow. Okay, thank you. And has he cut the corner there?
Well,
He may have.
He didn't.
He
didn't.
didn't. That looked very close, and now we're into the S's. Oh! Getting over the sausage
James
curve
goes
here.
P1. James
James goes P1 off! Into the wall goes Meow! And that mistake at the sausage curbs has really shown. And now he's got a minute to get round. Now, the fastest time is under a minute. Will Meow have enough time to make it round? I don't think so.
We have 15 seconds to go.
I think Meow is done for this qualifying session. We're looking at Heels in the PMP, a car that has notoriously, when it's not been driven by Dakar, who won here last season, not been very good. And he's reversing.
Well,
Heels
This seems a bit illegal.
is reversing, and yes, as I have to agree with our pit lane pundit, this is a bit illegal. Let's have a look at Critical Noob. He's going to go round to try and take pole. He's going to try and take pole in a last-ditch effort. Last time he was in this position, it was last week, and he won here. Not here, but in Marseille. Now he's in the exact same position, but with his home crowd on his side. Will he be able to do it?
Well, so right now it doesn't look like he's losing. He's slower than James, first sector, so it doesn't look like a home hero is aiming for professional pole, but he still has second sector and third sector, so it's not yet over. 21.2 tenths faster than Critical
Into
Noob.
the S's.
Critical Noob is right now in positive delta. He looks like he's gonna get pole position, but the final corner will decide. Let's see.
Oh, he gets a really good exit out of there. And
Will
now,
he do it?
on the straight, I think he might. The home crowd
No,
are on their
he
feet,
doesn't.
but it's not enough. And I think, for the first time in his Romula One career, James and Midnight Star take provisional pole position. Scratch that. Pole position in Romula One. And it comes at the streets of Berlin.
Wow, what an exciting end. I was thinking that Critical Noob will snatch the pole position in the last sector, but somehow he didn't quite do it. And James is on pole position for the German Grand Prix. Like you said, first for the Midnight Star in Romula One. I think they are happy, but happier than the German crowd right now. They were also hoping that the home hero will take pole position, but the final sector decided everything for Critical Noob.
Unbelievable. That final sector was amazing as well for Critical Noob, but it just wasn't enough. Look at the telemetry there. And James takes pole position for the first time in his life.
Career, not life. Let's just say career. It sounds
Well,
weird.
it's his first time in his life.
Roblox life. Don't worry. Not real life. Maybe he had this somewhere.
Well, what a chaotic qualifying that was. Here are the results then from qualifying. DJ Dungeon, is he called Infinite? Bruh and Fire were knocked out in Q1. Then in qualifying 2, Gogo topped the standings, but it was Mr. Macho Globe in the Meme Racing, Ratye deferred in the G-Force, Kanye and Mr. Cowpox in the 2 Artemis cars that were knocked out and fell at the second hurdle. And then in the qualifying session that you just witnessed, James took pole position by under half a tenth, or just over half a tenth, sorry, of Meow. Critical Noob came just behind him in third, and only 0.02 of a second behind him was the Train Pig. Then it was Gogo, ASM, Epic Lexa, Cloxed, Heels, and Gosha, rounding out the top 10 for today's race.
Well,
And we are going to be doing interviews in just a moment. So we'll see you in just a moment. Stay with us. We'll be back. Another
We will go
round
here.
starts here in the RGB Romula One World Championship, and it's qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix at Ventosa Park. It's a big day. Who's going to get pole position? Let's find out. Critical Noob got pole last round, and he's looking very quick here. And immediately, it was Train Pig on the limit, losing the rear there. He was pushing very hard. Ayentai was pushing, but he wasn't going to improve this lap. Meanwhile, Train Pig went wide and just went over the sausage curb. Deep goes Epic Lexa in the brand new Hue car, up and over. 2 wheels in the air, he's on his side, he just went deep, hit the sausage curb on the inside, and went over the row of sausage curbs. Next up was Kanye in the Artemis car, and he went wide and made a similar mistake, going over the sausage curbs. It was a chaotic Q1 for everyone, it seemed like. Sogogo, Deferred, Moto, Legend, Siva, W Soup, and Mushy Cookie all fell at the first hurdle. Then it's Train Pig crossing the line to go provisional pole in Q2, and it was a pretty good lap, but it was still early days. Then Critical Noob took over at the front. He said, I can do one better, and he did, and took provisional pole position. And on board with Fernan, he just went off. It was a big mistake from him, and I don't know what he was doing. But here's Outguard meanwhile, and he's about to cross the line, and he's about to beat everyone, and now he has provisional pole position in Q2. Ayentai and Chris Boy were both in the drop zone, but later Ayentai and Chris Boy managed to get through, and they both dropped Fernan down into 11th and down into the drop zone, where he would later stay and go out of Q2, with Gosha, Toots, DJ, Superjope, Kanye, and Cubson all following him. Q3, and it was Fernand's teammate, Critical Noob, right on the edge. He hit the sausage curb, but even with that minor mistake, he still managed to grab provisional pole position with 2 minutes remaining. Then Epic Lexa, he was on the move as well, and behind him, Outguard took away provisional pole from Critical Noob and took it himself. Epic Lexa would later touch the inside of the sausage curb and then make the same mistake he did in Q1, hitting the outside and going off. It was his qualifying over, and he was going to be in 9th. Later on though, Meow, making his debut, also went wide and also hit the sausage curb. He went up into the air, flying, but didn't hit the barrier and didn't have that much damage. So, Outguard takes pole position with a 1:25.662 from Critical Noob, just over half a second behind. Then it's the Train Pig, Chris Boyd, James, ASM, Meow, Ayentai, Cloxed and Epic Lexa as your top 10 in qualifying 3. Who's going to win in Ventosa? Find out. Well, welcome back to the warehouse where everything kicked off and we all got to watch it here live on YouTube. After an incredible qualifying session, James takes the first pole of his career and we got to see it. As Critical Noob, even with the immense support from the crowd, it wasn't enough. He had to settle for 3rd place. Now, before we start talking about the race, which will start at wherever you are, 30. So for the Europeans, it will be 9:30. But for people watching in Asia or people watching in America, it could be a different time, but whatever, it will be past. So stay tuned for the race start. Meanwhile, we're here for some interviews with some of the drivers. Now, who are we going to start off with? Lovely producer King Snake, who the viewers won't be able to hear. Critical Noob is the coolest driver, I think we could all say.
No,
It's
I
Critical.
am. I got the whole Duragon and the suit. What do you mean?
Oh, wait, so who am I interviewing?
So you're talking to Brannan. So I've driven in Romula 2 when it was still a thing before it died. I don't know what's going to happen with Romula 2, but right now I am a reserve driver for Outdrive. I had a very unlucky session in qualifying and I got dropped out of Q1 in P18. But I promise I'm going to do well in the race.
You sure?
Here's my introduction. No, I'm not sure, but we're going to see, like shit happens.
So apologies for the bad language there.
Oh, sorry.
Try to
Yeah,
try
I'm
to
not
keep
allowed.
that down. You are on a live. You're on a
Yeah.
broadcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
People are watching on their TVs. No joke.
Children are watching this.
Yeah, children are watching this. But so how did qualifying go overall? Was it because it was quite poor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very poor. The car wasn't feeling balanced at all. Like, I didn't feel like I was on pace. Everything was very slow, and I believe there should be a small tweak to the setup because I don't feel where I'm at. Like, I can do a lot, but yeah, for me, I would say that the biggest letdown of this qualifying was not my pace, but the fact that I didn't even try my hardest because I know I can deliver.
All right. Well, do you think you are going to deliver in the race?
That depends on the team and the strategy they put me because, well, if I drive very fast, but I have a very bad strategy and we mess up everything and, very bad things happen, then I can't even like save my situation. So yeah, it depends. Mostly on me because I'm the one giving the results. The strategists are the ones who just talk and tell me what to do.
Okay, thank you, and good luck in the race.
Yeah, thank you.
And now, who do we have next here for interviews in the Romula One warehouse? Oh, that voice crack was awful.
Hmm.
I'm so sorry, viewers, that you had to bear witness to that. King, who do we have next? I ideally want Critical Noob and James to both be interviewed.
Yeah, what about me?
Neither of them are here. Who joined? I literally can't check right now, guys.
Casper.
I'm driver.
What was that? What was that voice?
It's me, the train pig. I'm here for my interview.
It's Hios.
It is not the train pig.
It's me, Hias. I was lying. Okay.
All right. So, Heels, welcome
I'm
to
not,
the Romula One warehouse.
I'm not even there.
Okay, who cares? Welcome to the Romula One warehouse, Heels. And before we start off this interview, I just want to say congratulations on the AWC World Championship. You well deserved it.
Yeah, thank you.
And so, how did qualifying go? It looked good. You got into Q3. So, what happened? Tell us everything.
I got lucky to get into Q3, into Q2. That lap was not that good into Q2. And Q3, it wasn't a complete battle because it's not P10. It could have been much better. It could have been a P6, I think, or P5 with my personal best, but I just couldn't replicate it without hitting some curb.
And so you reversed at the end of Q3 there on track. Why was that?
I'll get a better start to the lap, I suppose.
And was that lap fruitful in the end?
I was better than what I did before, so I suppose so, maybe.
All right. And what do you think? What are your plans for the race? Or do you think you're going to do well in the race?
P1, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Heels. Good luck in the race.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Hope you're racing.
I'm not even racing. Did
No,
you see
you're
my
racing.
Romula 2 performances? So I don't even. Who are we even letting the fake train pig?
Yeah, it's me, the train pig.
Okay, I'm just gonna have a look at whoever's in this call real quick.
Yeah, it's me, the train pig. I may have fumbled a little bit in qualifying, but I'm sure I'm gonna get P1 in the race pretty easily. It's gonna be my
Epic
first
Lex has
win, guys.
joined. All right. Thank you then, fake train pig. We'll see you down at the track. So, Epic Lexit. At this point, should we just like screw the interviews? Okay, I've got an idea. How about listen? How about How about we talk? Because I've actually got a lot to talk about here, and of course I've got the two amazing hosts, A350 and Nathan. Could we do that instead? Because I don't want to interview people who were knocked out in Q1. No offense. Okay, it's a talk show now, but all right. So, hello, we are back from that short interlude that was kind of long, and we've got quite a lot of time on our hands. Remember, if you just joined, in 20 minutes, the race is set to start, which means wherever you are, if you're in Europe or the local time for this German Grand Prix, 10 past 9, well, in 20 minutes at 9:30, this race will begin. If you live in America, it will be quite a few hours earlier, or in Asia, it will be quite a few hours later. But either way, this race will start at whatever hour you're in, 30. So stay tuned for the race in 20 minutes. Meanwhile, whilst we're waiting for the race to happen, we've got a few people in here. Hello, I'm Kian GP. I'm going to be your commentator today, and alongside me, who's also going to be in the booth, is A350 or Airbus and Nathan in pit lane. Now, we've got quite a bit to talk about, and before we talk about what could happen in the race, which we will in a moment, let's talk about Romula 2, because it's in a bit of a pickle at the moment. I raced in Helsinki, which was round 1 of the championship, for anyone wondering, and since then, we've had another round, but it wasn't as successful. In fact, I believe less drivers came up, and now the the lifespan, the existence of Romula 2 is up for question. Can any one of you maybe speak on that?
I could, because I got very good results in Romula 2. So yeah, Romula 2 is in a bit of a pickle right now because there's a lot of inactivity. Like, not many people want to participate in it, and yeah, it's mainly because they're either afraid of getting their hands dirty, like putting in their work to show what they've got for Romula 1. Like me right now, I tried to drive in Romula 2 and then go to Romula 1, but due to inactivity, no one's going to watch Romula 2. Like, who would want to watch a dead rig, like with very much slower cars? Like, it's not entertaining. It's already dead and slow. You know, it's not very
Yeah.
interesting to look.
Okay, so with that thing about drivers, well, first off, I've got to agree with you there. It is very slow. It is. We streamed the preseason races, and it was boring. It was very boring. To the point where we would just sit there and laugh whenever someone spun out. It was not the most entertaining time, and I understand why people don't want to watch it. But
Yeah.
But with the drivers, would you say so? Inactivity, not wanting to get their hands dirty. Are you kind of saying that Romula 2 isn't a good feeder series for Romula 1?
Not exactly. I'm just saying that. I mean,
So,
if it's Mm. no,
so,
you
so,
can.
okay,
say.
thanks. So basically, no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not actually. Like who Romula One takes a lot of reflexes, especially here in Berlin. It's a very fast-paced track. But if you drive Romula 2 in Berlin, it's not going to be as exhausting as it is. You will have less adrenaline.
Okay. So, would you say that there are better alternatives to Formula 2 as a way to practice and try and prove yourself to get into Formula 1?
Of course, there are many things you can do.
Could you name some?
Um, eh, well, there's a lot of things, but it's difficult to think because it's a Formula League. But I was thinking of something small like rallying or
Okay.
no, not rallying, endurance races
Oh
because
yeah, yeah.
Romula One races last very long.
Okay. So that was our producer there. Um, but so you've been told to silence him. Okay. So well, thank you anyways.
Yeah, it was
So
my
that
pleasure.
but that's the state of Formula 2 then. So it's kind of, I mean, I don't want to call it a failure. I really like the idea of a Formula 2, but it just doesn't seem like it's really going the way we wanted it to. Hopefully that can improve, and hopefully we can have a good championship by the end of the season. Well, before the race starts, we've got 15 minutes, just under, until the race starts. And well, what else do we have to talk about outside the race? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about well, actually, now seeing as a driver has been silenced for it, it's probably not a good idea. Shall we talk about the race? But like, shall we do a preview of the race?
Yeah, no problem.
Yep.
So, James has just taken his first ever pole position in Formula One, and I believe also Midnight Star's first ever pole position. Critical Noob is starting in third. Now, I want to say we have hope because in one lap pace, James is faster. But then again, Critical Noob started from fifth in Marseille, and he ended up winning the race. So, what do you guys think will happen?
Well,
Well, can I speak?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, right now, as you said, Critical is in P3, James is in P1. Anything could happen. This circuit's like very short in terms of lap times, but I heard it's a very high-speed circuit. I'm not gonna say what just happened there. Just we'll carry on that. And I've seen the tire. I'm currently an engineer for meme racing, and it's let's say gonna be a challenge for to do a one stop, from my opinion, in this track.
Well,
And
what do you want?
And continue.
and as far as I know, it's still pretty much out of the bag what compounds people go on. I've seen people extend the softs for like 20 laps, then the mediums like 24, hards probably 28. It's pretty much out of the bag in terms of strategy. People will try to do a one stopper, but it's not very clear what tires they're gonna do it on. So it's still pretty much out of the bag, from my opinion.
All right. So, who do you think is going to win here?
Ah, I don't want to be biased at all. I could say Crit because he's on fire. Literally, he's been performing very well, in my opinion. And as far as I see competition, nowhere to be seen for now, but anything could happen in Romula.
And it usually does. A350, who do you think is going to win? We're going to go shortly to break before we head to the main event. So quickly, predictions on who's going to win?
Well, for me, I'm gonna out all the time. I'm gonna go with Critical Noob. Yes, James did get pole position, but remember, Critical Noob was on his way to get pole position, if not that last sector. So my pick is Critical Noob, and also for the German fans out there, they also want to see Critical Noob wins. There will be possibly a battle for the lead between him and James, and possibly with Train Pick also somewhere in the mix. So yeah, I'll pick Critical Noob for this race.
I have to agree with you. Even if James is faster in one lap pace, which I don't think he actually is. I think Critical made a mistake somewhere. I think Critical Noob is just going to be way, way faster over the course of the entire race. It's
Can I say a very unpopular
dominance
opinion?
again.
A very unpopular opinion is that Mr. Macho Glob is going to deliver today.
No,
No, he's going.
he can't.
Come on, he is.
No, he's a great driver. I've raced against him. He's brilliant, but no, not against Critical Noob, surely.
Yeah, and I've raced against you, and I've beat you many times. All right. So
Okay.
I can judge better. So come on.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the popular opinions and the not so popular opinions out of the way. Thank you. And we will be back in just a moment for the main event. It's the Grosse Preis von Deutschland, the Grand Prix of Germany. It's Berlin, the streets of Berlin. And on the 35th anniversary of the collapse of the Berlin Wall, let's celebrate with a race here in Berlin. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
What?
Who's going to crash and... By the way, why is Ro Arthur streaming?
Oh, we're having a siege in the fucking warehouse, bro.
Oh, seizure warning for fucking hell. Oh, I forgot an unpopular opinion. Meowth will actually probably be competing for the win.
Maybe. Could be. He's good. I don't think he's going to compete
I've engineered him. He was
remember.
good.
Okay, remember. But it's Critical Noob at his home race.
Scratch that, it's critical.
Exactly. All right. So what's the plan now? Okay, we've been like kicked out or whatever.
No, he just got killed.
Yeah. How many cameramen do we have?
8. So ideally in 3 minutes we start. By the way, can you play the intro and stuff? I know we don't have like a graphics.
No.
Just
go back to my.
What? Zurich? No. Just okay. I've got an idea. Just play the season intro, and then fly around Berlin. Qualifying, and now hopefully an incredible race, the Spanish Grand Prix at Sweet Home Ventosa Park. Had one blockbuster hit. Let's see if we can get another. Lights on. It's Sweet Home Ventosa.
But what the hell?
Oh my goodness! And Algard leads, and Critical Noob they both had a brilliant start there, and there's a massive gap. There was confusion with the start lights, but now it's Algard who just manages to lead in front of Critical Noob, who sends it on the inside into 3 and 4. It's chaos in the back as he accelerates, couldn't get off well. It was very confusing with the lights, I'm going to be honest. But it's Algard who managed to guess it right. He had a good start, but Critical Noob said, I can do one better. Not better enough to take the lead, but it's good enough to just stick with him. Maybe he can wrap one round the outside and then dart to the inside. It's Outgal who got the better exit there, and they're side by side. It's soft v medium, and just like we saw in Helsinki, anything can happen. And on the inside is Critical Noob. It's a big moment and a big lunge from Critical Noob as he goes deep, and there's still Psy on Psy. Unbelievable battling here, but Critical Noob darts ahead, inches ahead. And I think the Meme Racing driver will lead. It's G-Force v Meme Racing, Outguard v Critical Noob. They fought in Marrakesh last season, and they're going to fight here in Ventosa. Lap 1 done, lap 2 begins here in Ventosa. And what a battle as Critical Noob goes side by side and inches ahead and gets him. Does him one. And on the outside into turn 1, leads in Ventosa. But here's Outguard on the softs, managing to sweep round Critical Noob. And those softs are coming alive. And now, I guess it's obvious that he's got the faster pace. But Critical Noob, he has the DRS. And he has a straight line speed on that Meme Racing car. And he now has the lead once again here at Ventosa. He says, if you can beat me in the corners, I can beat you in the straights. And now Critical Noob is leading, but not for long, because look at the exit. A powerful exit that he gets. And you can see the Moroccan flags in the stands, all waving for him. All the crowd screaming for him to be at the top of the standings once again. So is G-Force, and he wraps around Critical Noob and takes that lead. Side by side, Critical Noob is still there, nearly hits the wall. But a switch back, will it work? No, he goes deep, and it's Outguard who leads once again.
Yes, they are by a couple of tenths of a second. Although we're only on lap 5 of 32, and from what I can see on my data screen, I don't think these softs are going to last much longer. I can see them lasting up to about lap 9 before the crossover happens and the mediums become the better tire.
Oh, Motor's in the wall.
Whoa.
That's a big moment.
Oh,
He's in the wall.
Stuck on the he's stuck on the sausage curb.
he will, in my opinion, he will activate. And he starts going, oh my god!
And over the sausage curb, he just went wide there. Over the sausage curb. And he went rodeo.
But the problem is,
Wow.
there's a red light at the end of the pit lane, so those who have stopped can't get out. Everybody who's pitting is
now it's
stuck,
green.
and the green light, is
Train Pig!
green now. But they got stuck. They can't. They've lost a lot of time. They won't be happy about that, and neither will their teams.
Fernand's off. Fernand is off, and that's a big mistake. For the Costa Rican who won in Helsinki, who has the championship lead, and who now has been bumped down even more. He was in 14th, but now he's gone off. And this race is looking terribly for him, and Train Pig spins! A slide of the rear, he loses rear grip. Welcome to the city streets of Berlin, and 35 years to the day of the collapse of the Berlin Wall. We're going to celebrate, we're going to remember it with a brilliant race. Welcome to the Grand Preis von Deutschland. It's the German Grand Prix. It's round 5 of 12 in the RGB Romula One World Championship. And the big storylines, can Critical Noob, the home hero, make it 4 in a row and become a quadruple winner this season? He's the only man to win multiple times. Can he win it 4 times? And can he really lock up the championship today? Let's find out, and you can watch it all live here on YouTube. And before we start this race, let's have a look at the grid. Fire in the Isotta and Brur start on the last grid slots. Then Infinite, Dungeon and DJ, who were out in Q1. Then out in Q2 were Mr. Cowpox, Kanye, Deferred, Ratye and Mr. Macho Globe. And the top 10 for this race: Gosha, Heels, Cloxed, Epic Lexa, ASM, and the top 5 is Gogo, the Train Pig, the home hero Critical Noob in 3rd, Meow making his 2nd race start for Accelerate in 2nd, and James with his first ever pole position in Romula One. And with that said, I'm your commentator for today, Kian GP, and alongside me today is A350 fan, and down in pit lane to give you all the data and talk is Nathan. Now, before we get started, we got some big intel. So just like last season, fuel is going to be a big problem. It's not going to be a touch and go. It's going to be, well, way more difficult than that. We could see drivers running out of fuel, something we've not seen so far this season. Now, if you stayed with us for quite a while, you'll know that most of us picked for Critical Noob. One guy said Mr. Macho Globe. Will that happen? Well, let's find out. Now, A350, how are you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Ken. I'm fine. I'm also excited as you are. I'm also excited as all of those German fans in the grandstand, as they are waiting for the race to start in hopes that Critical Noob will get pole position. Not pole position. He'll get the lead down to turn 1.
Well, let's find out. We haven't had a turnout like this for a while. And after Marseille, where Critical Noob clinched his 3rd race win in a row, let's find out, can he do it at his home? This race last season, Dakar won, but the new king of Romula One, Critical Noob, can he win today? Drop the clutch and we're going. It's a good start from James, and he pulls out to the lead. Now is right there on the inside. Critical Noob did not get a good launch, but into turn 1, James will get the whole shot, and he has a pretty big gap as well. Wide goes Critical Noob, but look at the exit he gets there. And just like in Marseille, he might get the lead immediately into the SS section where Train Pig crashed last season, and Critical Noob bounces back from a bad start and leads like he did so often. Every race this season he's led, and this time it is no different. And the German crowd roars. Unbelievable. The wide line for James. Train Pig. The wide line for Train Pig. The sharp line for Critical Noob. And it was just as quick for the both of the drivers. Now into the SS section. And then the final corner. And Critical Noob is leading. But just like last season, the Train Pig is there. And he's willing to fight for the win. Lap 1 done. Lap 2 begins here in Berlin.
Was electrifying first lap of the German Grand Prix, and the home hero Critical Noob into the lead. But as you said, Kian, he has to watch out because the Orbit driver, the Train Pig, is right behind him.
Whoa. And for such an electrifying start, you don't sound very electrified. Side by side, look at the Train Pig. Sorry to cut you off there, A350. But Train Pig leads here in Berlin, and the crowd won't be as happy to see that. But they will know that there's a good fight on their hands, and we know who Critical Noob is. We know that he will fight, and remember, the Train Pig is on the soft. Critical's on... Is he on the soft as well?
Yes, he is.
Oh, yes, he is, okay. So it's an equal fight. Equal rights, equal fights.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
Okay, no. I didn't mean it like that, guys. I didn't mean it like
Remember,
that.
we
I
are in
meant
Germany.
equal rights as in equal tires. Okay. Okay, now that you say it that way, for such a... I mean... Okay, is it coincidence that you happen to be Polish as well?
Yes, I am Polish.
Anyways. The
Yeah.
Train Pig leads on lap 3 of 48.
46.
Oh, 46? Okay, sorry. I don't have my glasses on.
Yeah, Train Pig in outdrive in the lead by 0.4 of a second from Critical Noob. Of course,
It's
it's
not
just...
the outdrive, I believe. No.
No, did I say outdrive?
Yes, you said outdrive.
Oh my god, not the outdrive, Orbit. I think, wait, that's Orbit, yeah.
Yes, Orbit.
Yeah, so Orbit in the lead with Critical Noob in second. Then we've got Meow in third, followed by our pole sitter, James, in down P4, surprisingly. He's already dropped 3 positions. And
But Train Pig's actually gapping Critical Noob. So unlike last season when Train Pig took the fight to Dakar here, this time, instead of a massively close fight, as we see, this is where Trainpig crashed last season. Instead, for once, he's gapping him. And for once, we might not have Critical Noob as the winner. And out of all races this season that Critical Noob can decide not to win, this one would not be one of them. Oh, and someone's crashed. But... oh, and Ratye's lost his front wing. So Bruh's crashed and rejoined. Ratye has lost his front wing, and look at that. Not a good sight to behold. Especially for one of the legends of Romula One. He's been here for a long, long while.
Well, Critical Noob with DRS.
Critical Noob with DRS, but is it enough to get behind and maybe even past Trainpig? It may well be. The switchback at the exit of turn 1, and the crowd roar again. Get ready to stand on your feet, because Critical Noob leads here in Germany once again, but the Trainpig is fighting back. He gets the exit out of those 2 turns, and now the Trainpig is back in the lead. But this time, with the added help of DRS, Critical Noob can finally take the fight once again. And look at that. Look at how close he's getting. Another switchback. But in the end, he doesn't gain that much time. Taking the tighter line. Look at Trainpig utilizing way more track than Critical Noob. I think he's going to be faster here. Or maybe not, because Trainpig makes a little mistake. And Critical Noob rocks home and rocks back out to the lead here in Berlin. And the crowd is roaring on the front straight. And now, I think it will be the Trainpig with DRS here. Will he make the lunge into turn 1? Let's find out. It's lap 6 of 46. And it is oh so close. And Bruh has, so a bit of info on Bruh. He retired due to connection issues, but he has rejoined. He's managed to connect back to the race. But looking back at the front of the race, Critical Noob's gapping Trainpig now. Kanye has lost his front wing. So not only is it Ratye, but now it's also Kanye that's lost his front wing. So just like in Zurich, it's a sharp, tight, twisty track, and it can really, really destroy the chances of a good result for drivers. Let's hope to see something like this at the front. More entertainment for us.
Yeah, more entertainment, but that's about entertainment. We have now a tight battle for P6 between a PMP of Hios and the Midnight South Clocks. Hios being on mediums and Clocks being on soft, so Clocks will have the grip advantage, but in a matter of the lifespan of tires, the advantage goes to Hios.
Well, currently we're looking at Critical Noob gapping the Trainpig. It's a sight many wouldn't want to see, and for a moment we had hope when the Trainpig was doing this on about lap 3. Now here on lap 46, it's looking like that won't happen.
Well, the surprisingly Trainpig still manages to be just in the DRS detection point. Oh wait, he doesn't. Oh, that's okay. So he's not okay. So he now lost the not front wing. He lost the DRS opportunity. So we can see that Critical Noob is getting away from a Trainpig and subsequently getting away from a whole pack, a whole grid. The gap is now 1.3 seconds. He is, well, in my opinion, he is trying everything he got to get at least a 5-second gap between him and the Trainpig. The Trainpig, of course. Wait, which was Trainpig in qualifying? I forgot.
He was down the order, I think. I think P5.
Oh, from P5, but still, in he made his way up to P2, which is a very good progress for him and for all. But they know that they were capable of having a race lead. Now they won't have opportunity because Critical Noob is getting away from them. But soon, I do believe by he I mean Trainpick, you have to watch out for Meow as he is 2.1 seconds behind him.
Well, now that Critical Noob is growing a gap between him and Trainpick, let's have a look at this battle then. It's the battle for
P4.
P4. Oh, P4.
Yeah. Gogo and James. And James, who took pole position here, won't be very happy that he's down the order a bit. He would have liked a podium. But nevertheless, he is now in this battle for P4. And it seems like Gogo, who's doing absolute wonders for Isotta so far this season, is doing a great job because the man who qualified in P5 now moves up a spot into P4. James has the DRS though. Let's go down to pit lane real quick. Or let's not, because wide and into the wall is James. He manages to recover it, but only just. And because of that, it's advantage Gogo and time lost for the Midnight Star. And ASM, meanwhile, and a moment there for ASM. He's making a massive recovery drive, and he's up there, but now he's in the battle with Clocks and Heels for 6th. So whilst we just watched the battle between 4th and 5th, let's see the battle between 6, 7, and 8, as ASM, who had a terrible qualifying, is now up here battling for some good points. Points that Accelerate needs, and into the final turn, he sends it on Clocks and makes the move stick.
Now, it is a triple threat battle, like you said, for P5. As of right now, as I see, it looks like it's ASM, but he's going side by side with Clocks. So, for me, I can see with my eye that ASM is in P6. But the leaderboard shows otherwise, so we just have to find out.
Oh, look at that. ASM absolutely sending it. But he goes deep, he goes wide, and Clocks will be able to inch ahead into the SS section. This is an amazing place to watch side-by-side action, and we're watching it here. ASM goes a bit wide. Clocks takes the, deep route, the switchback route, and makes some gain. Is that the final corner? ASM hits the wall and loses a bit of time, but not enough to lose the DRS. And he's still right there with Clocks. Is he going to lunge into turn 1? No, he isn't. But he is right there now.
Yeah, they're going side by side. But as we are talking about leaders and battling, we have to go for different approaches right now. Nathan, down to you. What do you think are the strategies for the top 3?
Well, currently we have heard reports that the softs can go for about 20 laps at most. But if they want to keep the tire life in check, they might have to pit around lap 18 and then possibly a 2-stop. But there are teams that are trying to make a 1-stop work here, possibly from the softs to either the mediums or the hards, depending on which tire they feel is the best. So it's going to be very interesting to see when Critical and Trainpig will pit, and if they will go into the medium tires. And then once James and Gogo go into the soft tires, maybe then they can finally catch up with Critical and Train and Meow and finally fight for that lead.
And do you think that Trainpig could potentially catch up and get past Critical Noob with the strategy?
Well, he is on the same strategy it seems with Critical, so it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be more of a skill rather than a strategy, other than possibly the undercut if he decides to go that way. But Trainpig does have his work cut out because it is still Critical Noob that he's going against.
So ASM now gapping Clocks. Thank you for that info, Nathan. We'll see you later, maybe even for some more questions during the race. We're watching ASM now catch up to James, the pole sitter. versus the recovery driver, because ASM has had to start from the back, whilst whilst James got to start from the front. And now these two are battling, and it's for a top 5. It is an incredible drive from ASM. Maybe not enough for a victory, but we'll just have to find out. Critical Noob has got over 2.2 seconds to the Train Pig. Here's ASM, meanwhile, right behind James now. And if it wasn't enough to get past 1 Midnight Star, it's enough to get past 2. Look at that, and he's already just inching ahead. DRS open for James, though. And sure, okay, true. ASM is on softs, but he is making the moves, and he's making them early. And into the SS section, he's already ahead of James, who is going to stick it out long and stay on the mediums.
Okay, sounded weird.
No. Okay. Well, ASM, meanwhile, James went deep and at the final turn, and now ASM is leading. Sorry, he's in 5th. Apologies there. I've got a load of producers and a load of commentators trying to distract me.
I mean, what do you think?
Shut up.
Oh my god. This is not family friendly. Come on, guys.
No. That was not. I'm not even being that bad. I wouldn't even say look. No, with context, I'm not even being bad. Oh, and a moment for ASM, and he goes over the sausage curbs at the second to last corner, and now he has lost a bit of time. He's trying to catch Gogo in the Isotta, and once he gets past Gogo, well, the top 3 are all on softs, so then you can pretty much say equal rights, equal fights for the soft compound drivers.
Oh, please!
Equal tires, equal fights.
Yes, now better.
It doesn't rhyme though.
That's the button right now. Pit lane is busy right now. Gosha in the Hue Performance has pitted in from his medium compound onto the hard compound, while saying that he has broken his front wing in pit lane, so it's gonna be very difficult. It's gonna be a long pit stop for him.
That's a big moment then. Updates on that. What happened?
Yeah, Gosha came into pit lane very fast, immediately into the wall, breaks his front wing on his old medium compound, and now he had a very long pit stop. Along with that, though, Macho Globe in the meme racing and Firebomb down the grid in the Isotta has also pitted in this lap, all going onto the hard compound. Actually, Fire's on the medium compound. It's gonna be very interesting to see how long Fire can actually stay out.
Thank you, James. Out pit lane. And so that's very, very peculiar. You don't see that very often in Romula One. Someone breaking their front wing in pit lane. Kanye, meanwhile, is about to get blue flags. Him breaking his front wing has not helped at all. And now he's in P15. Oh,
What?
and that's the PMP. And is that... Who is that?
I think that's Kupson. No, wait,
yeah,
who
it's
is?
Kupson.
No, wait, who was it?
I don't know what's happened. Oh, I think that was Firebomb. We're looking at Firebomb, who I think has just unlapped himself from Kupson. So there's a big moment for Kupson there. We're currently on board with Clocks trying to get the move on Mr. Cowpox in the Artemis. This is for a point. This is for a very important point for Clocks, and he gets the move done. It's a simple move in the S's, but it's a very good one as well.
Well, now, sorry to interrupt you, Kian, but as I'm just looking for the time caps overall, I'm saying that the train pick is strangely 1.6. Okay, now it's 2.2, but he was 1.6 seconds behind Critical Noob. So at the moment, I was thinking. Oh, and
Kanye's
blue-
got blue flags on board with Critical Noob. Sorry to talk over you there. Airbus. Oh, and look at that. Critical Noob. Oh, that's painful. Critical Noob has just lapped his own teammate, Mr. Macho Globe, who is a great driver, has now been lapped. And someone said, I forgot who
Yes,
it was.
who
Someone
said-
said he
Wait, who said that Macho Club is gonna win? Now,
someone said he was going to win, but now
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
been
no-
lapped.
now
by his
you
own
have your
teammate.
proof. Now you have your proof that Mr. Macho Club is not gonna win.
Everyone else said Critical Noob was going to win. One guy said Macho Globe was going to win. I guess Critical Noob took that
Oh,
to
wait.
heart.
Oh wait, as we are talking, the train pig has spit for mediums. We didn't see that, but he actually
Oh, wow.
apparently did.
Down to 8th, and that means so he's going early. He's undercutting. And Heels is currently in a fight with... Oh, no, he's not. That's Firebomb, a car that's a lap down. He's unlapping himself from Heels. He has made a lot of gain. If only he just wasn't a lap down.
So,
Oh, and a moment there for Heels over the sausage curbs.
wait, did I just see one? Wait.
Heels in the pits. Heels has just come into the pits. Down to you, Nathan.
Yeah, he is going off the meeting compound here at lap 20, possibly going to the yep, there it is, hard compound tires on the PMP, and now going straight to the end. Let's see how long he can battle here for the top 10 positions.
Meow.
Well, I think that was the right time to pit. But then again, actually, no, I don't. He was on the mediums, so either something happened and the mediums just didn't feel right, or he's definitely going to go to the end now. But considering Critical Noob, Meow, and ASM haven't pitted yet, and they're on softs, I'm surprised that Heels has decided to pit.
Can we just have a look of Meow for a second? Because he's missing
Oh,
something.
he's pitted.
Meow, just check out Meow.
I think Meow is pitted.
No, he did not, because as you can see, he doesn't.
Oh no! What happened to Meow? Oh, something's
happened
happened to
sometimes.
Meow.
Yeah, I was from.
Oh no! And he's lost his front wing, and the driver who started it on the front row and in his second race for Accelerate started in second, has been in the top 3 all race long, has now broken his front wing. It's drama here in Berlin. And it's going to be a long pit stop. Nathan, down to you.
Yeah, not a great in lap there by the Accelerate driver onto the hard compounds now going to the end. This is probably not when he wanted to pit. He probably wanted to come in only about 2 laps later. But it's still not the worst time. I think he can still make his way back up, possibly top 5, if he can keep it clean now.
I think top 5 would be really good for him. He's had 2 top 5s this season so far. Really good performances this season for him. We've got Gosha in the pits again. So Gogo, meanwhile, is fighting with James for this is now P3.
I have to butt in real quick. Gosha has just broken his front wing again.
Oh, yeah, I said it. Hugh came in, but...
Yeah, he has just broken his front wings. That's a second pit stop of the day.
Jesus. Looking back to the front, and Gogo is fighting with James. Round 2, and the Isotta driver has been making a lot of gain this race. Can he defend it over James? Let's find out. Oh, and a moment there for Gogo. Hits the sausage curbs, slides, saves it. But now James is right behind him, right behind his gearbox. He can hear James. He can almost feel James. And he goes deep there.
Okay, another one.
No. You guys.
Oh, Critical's in.
guys
Critical Noob
just-
is in.
And Critical Noob's in. You guys have a very dirty mind. But Critical Noob is in the pits, on board with Gogo. James has gotten through. Gogo goes into the pits as well. What's Critical Noob going on to? Down to you, Nathan.
Critical Noob has gone on to the medium compound, the strategy that I expected him to be on lap 23, already 50% of the way through this race. I think he'll have a very nice time on those mediums. And now it's just a matter of time before James and ASM all pit. And then I think it'll just be a done deal for Critical.
Well, I think it's gonna, a runaway victory once again at home. just bring it home, basically, for Critical Noob. ASM also pitted. He's now on mediums. And now the Train Pig is actually ahead of Critical Noob.
Oh, Critical Noob pitted.
Oh, that's very interesting now. Train Pig has undercutted Critical Noob.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, that's. Oh.
So,
Oh. All right.
There's a
So,
4-lap difference
Train-
between those tires.
Train Pig, okay, true. Train Pig started on softs as well, so he can just bring it to the end.
James is in now. The race leader right now, James, has just come in.
Pole sitter and race leader, no more as he pits.
Onto the
sorry.
soft compound.
A350, you have such a dirty mind, I swear.
It's not my fault, okay? You are saying it, and it's clearly not okay. Like
no.
you don't
Okay.
need you don't
haven't
need
even
to
been
have
that
third
bad.
mind. You did it in the past. All right, that's weird. You have dirty mind.
No, I don't. How am I the one with the dirty mind if you're constantly
Because you said
thinking-
it. Because you said it.
You're just a weirdo.
Everyone, even someone without the dirty mind, knows that it's a weird word. All right, the weird sentence. Even
What?
someone-
He can almost feel him.
Yeah.
Feel can mean many different things, Airbus. I can hear.
Jesus.
What? Rain hitting? What? What? Wait, no. I heard you. I heard you say rain hitting.
Not right.
No, rain
Oh.
it in. Rain it in. Yo,
Oh
okay,
my-
we
oh
stop
my
being a Windows
God.
producer. Stop.
And you guys call me bad. Okay, so the viewers won't be able to hear that, but our producer said some very naughty things. On board with the third in P10. It's been a very disappointing race, a very disappointing season for GeForce Racing. And I don't think the championship is in the cards for this team anymore. Which is sad. We thought they were going to be up there. But unfortunately, it's been absolute dominance from Critical Noob.
Well,
Meanwhile, continue.
it's too early it's pretty too early to say the dominance of Critical Noob. He's still in P2. Well, yes, he did dominate first 26 laps or 24 laps of the race, but we have still another 21 laps to go, so it's still anything can happen. Maybe Critical Noob can be out of the race. I don't know. So everything can happen. Like I said, I hope that I didn't jinx him. Yeah, as of right now, Critical Noob is 3.4 seconds to Train Pig, and with Train Pig having 4 laps older tires, anything can happen.
Nathan, update on the gap between first and second.
Yeah, Critical in the last 3 laps has gained a second already on Train Pig. I mean, Critical absolutely flying through this track, flying through Berlin and trying to catch up with Train Pig. I think it's just a matter of time at this point.
Okay, and when do you think he's gonna overtake Train Pig?
I believe around lap 30 is when we see that fight develop. He's already within 3 seconds of him. So it could be sooner rather than later.
All right, thank you, Nathan. Who's gonna win this Berlin Grand Prix? Or better question, when will Critical Noob decide he should win this one? Find out here on YouTube. On board. So, on board with the Train Pig, and now on board with the fight for fifth. Go versus he yours. And it's a close battle, isn't it, Airbus?
Wait, what? I just heard Airbus. What did you ask?
Okay, watch the battle and commentate.
All right. Thank you. So, it is very tight between those two. It's wheel to wheel. it, I have. It looks like he is still keeping his P5 away from Izota of Go Go, but now it's a triple threat battle for P5 because it's not only Hios and Go Go, it's now James who's in the mix. James knows that he can just wait and use the opportunity if it will it be even created. So as we have already blue flags for Kanye, it's pretty much sad from the Artemis Racing driver. But anyway, moving on to the battle, Hios with, of course, on hearts. He's looking to defend his P5 from James and from Go Go, but as I say that, James overtakes Hios and James out to P5. It is Midnight Star 4th and 5th here in Germany. Oh, actually Kian is muted, okay. So continuing, Hios though is very close, very close to James. Of course, Hios drove a Huey performance in Adventurosa just a couple of months ago. Now he's at PMP Racing. PMP Racing. We haven't seen them in the top 5 in a while. It's been like most of the rounds. PMP was down in the midfield rather than in somewhere to be closer to the front of the field, as they did kind of in.
Top of the wall for Go Go.
Okay, you're back. Okay, you can continue.
Yeah, you are right. PMP is doing a really good job. 6th for Heels, 8th for Cubson. Now we're watching Go Go, and is that Mr. Macho? Getting lapped.
That is Mr. Macho.
Yeah, that is. Where is he actually? P14. It's a terrible day for him, especially with such a great car. Azerbaijani indoor rental karting division 6 is ready for bro.
Down.
He's going to be up there with my Pidal Sergio Perez. Oh, and off goes Go Go. And over the sausage curbs at the S's. Not a great way to announce yourself here for this battle. Lap 41 of 46, and 35 years to the day of the collapse of the Berlin Wall, and we're racing here on the streets of Berlin. It's been a really good race so far. And Nathan, you said on lap 30, Critical Noob would get past the Train Pig. But now it's lap 31 and there's still about a 1.5 second gap. But Critical Noob can now see the Train Pig. He's got him in his sights, and this is going to be one heck of a fight.
Yeah, I really overestimated Critical's ability for just a little bit. But 1.4 seconds, Critical right behind Train Pig, and I think next lap or in the next 2 laps, we'll see Critical finally have that DRS flap open.
Well, just a 1.5 seconds is in between these two. Remember, this is the corner that we're looking at now. The Train Pig passing, Critical Noob passing. That is where the Train Pig crashed, whilst being in a incredible battle, one for the ages with Dakar. It was also my second race as a Romula One commentator. A little fun fact.
Also, as I'm watching one of the Midnight Star cars, I just noticed now that a small detail in the Midnight Star livery is that they have PRC logo on it. Of course, because I think Nich is a team owner of Midstar, and of course Nich is also league owner of Pro Apex Racing Championship, the biggest Project Apex league. As
Oh,
of
Train
current.
Pig is in. Sorry to
hell?
cut you off there, Airbus. The Train Pig has pitted for softs, and we don't get to see a battle then, don't we, Nathan?
Yeah, honestly, it makes a lot of sense. He pitted lap 19, but I mean, this is a very, very interesting strategy from the Train Pig, and he'll have a lot of work. He has a lot of work cut out for him to try and get back onto the podium. I believe he's come out right behind Heoz here. Behind Clockstein. Oh, wow, he's gone well down the grid.
So, would you say it's the win all but confirmed for Critical Noob?
Yeah, I actually think Critical might have paid off Train Pig there, to be honest.
Maybe. You know, they probably said Train Pig, if you pit and give me the win, you'll become a meme racing driver.
That'd be a
Or
scary
something
combo.
like that. That would be a scary combo indeed.
So, Critical Noob leads here in Berlin with 13-second gap to ASM. Of course, keep in mind ASM was driving down from the back of the grid in the race start now, all the way up to P2.
Yeah, P2. Wow, what a drive from him.
So, pretty solid job for now for meme racing. The other meme racing driver, not meme racing, Accelerate, my days. Accelerate racing drivers. First, one of them, of course, as I said, P2. But the other one, though, Meow, of course, after he lost his front wing, he has to settle for 7th. As he only loses 4 seconds to go in 6th. And he has to watch out because Kupson is right behind him. And as he rides the curb there, a couple of turns before the finish line. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. But it's looking good for the train Pig though, as he is trying to get onto James. He's trying to overtake him for a podium position. Of course, Train Pig has fresher softs than James, I believe. Maybe James pitted, but I don't really know. But anyway, Train Pig battling for P3 with tire wear being on his side.
Yeah,
Well-
James pitted on lap 24. 10 lap, about 11 or 12 lap old tires now on James. I don't think James can put much of a fight against the Train Pig here.
Well, 10 laps remaining in this race, and it's not been the most boring one. There have been quite a few highlights, and it's been a very fun and enjoyable live stream with you guys. Here's the Train Pig getting past James, and this is for a podium spot, and I think he's going to get it. Yes, he is. And the Train Pig is up into 3rd, and so he ends up making more ground than I thought he would, but a few seconds between him and ASM. Will he be able to catch ASM? Let's find out.
Yeah. Wait, did you say about Heos and James, or did you say James Train Pig?
James and Train Pig.
All right, James and Train Pig. So, yeah, Train Pig overtook James, but James is 1.1 seconds. I'm getting sleepy. 1.1 seconds behind the Train Pig. But does he have DRS though? No, he doesn't. So now Train Pig has advantage of his opponent. Without DRS-less. Yeah, now he just gained even more. So the Train Pig now have finished business with James. Now he is looking onto trying to overtake ASM, who is 3 seconds in front of him.
Well, it's been a close race overall here. And if you've enjoyed watching this race and you want to watch more, join the Discord. And not only that, but subscribe to the YouTube. You can watch highlights, live streams, montages, and interviews for free, live, on demand, whenever, wherever, for absolutely free here on YouTube. And to follow more, join the Discord. Next week is the Greek Grand Prix at Piraeus Bay. Last season, Dakar won here, and he won in Piraeus Bay the next week. Critical Noob looks set to win here today. Will he win in Greece? Let's find out.
Where? Could you repeat the place? I heard Greece.
Yeah, it is in Greece. It's Piraeus Bay.
Your base caught up to ASM. He's within the DRS now.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, they are very close. That's way quicker than I thought it would be for him to catch up.
Oh, you mean the next round? Alright, because I was thinking you said Greece, not Berlin, so I was like wondering, it's not Greece,
Oh,
it's
okay,
Berlin.
yeah.
And then you meant that's the next round, yeah, Greece is
You
next
thought
round.
we teleported to Greece, and now this is the streets of Greece.
DRS for the Train Pig, and he's cashing in on his brand new softs, and he's going up into second place. He takes the wide line, but it's the faster line, and he's side by side now with ASM. The two ex-teammates here are fighting it out at one of their best tracks, and ASM, who fought long and hard to get to where he is today, and Train Pig, who did the same too, is now going to, well, the fight is already over for second. The Train Pig is up into second place, but this time, I don't think he will be close to Critical Noob. The fans are on their feet, not only because we've had great racing, but because their home hero is going to take victory number 4, not only of this season, but in a row. That's got to be a record, right?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see the records of R1, but maybe. Let's hope it will happen. Yeah, Trainpig still is trying to overtake ASM. I think they were battling. Oh, they're not actually. I was thinking they were. So Trainpig now 2 in P2.
Oh. What, has ASM just set a fastest lap? No, surely not. Meanwhile, so a little mistake, like you are, from our producer. No, I'm only saying that just in case he was the one that made the poll, should we fire Key in GP? Anyway, and he was probably the only one that voted as well. No, don't. Go is currently in a battle with Heels. Let me prove with my amazing commentary in these next 5 laps why I should stay as a commentator for Romula One. Go and Heels has had a very good race, but Gogo's had an even better weekend. He started in 5th, but now he's lacking behind the PMP driver. This will now be a fight for the top 5 for Isotta. Gogo, who's almost pretty much carried Isotta this season on his back. And Heels, who's basically carried PMP on his back this season. Sorry, Cubson, but come on, Heels has been great. Well, now they're battling. And now this is the fight for P5. And a bit of a lunge from Gogo there. He goes wide. But now he's right there behind Heels. And the bright cyan blue car is now about to be overtaken by the brown and gold Isotta. Final turn. Gogo gets the better exit. Heels has no response, and Gogo takes position number 5 here at the German Grand Prix. But fighting back is Heels into turn 1. This fight is really getting close here. Taking the wide line is Gogo. Taking the normal but slower line is Heels. And as they get into lap traffic in the name of Gosha, it seems like Look at that. Gogo is pulling away. And on lap 42 of 46, could this battle be done? The DRS is still wide open for Heels. And you can see him gaining. Look at that. Oh, nearly making contact, nearly rubbing the sausage curbs there. And now into the S's section, the PMP is starting to maybe look a bit more alive, but he has a moment there. So too does Gogo. An even bigger moment for Gogo. But it is somehow faster, like it always for some reason is. And Gogo has now an even bigger gap. Will Heels have the DRS? Yes, but the gap is massive. And I don't think he's going to close up that much, or at least not enough, to be in striking distance. 3 laps remain. A moment there for Heels, and that's the fight done. P5 for Gogo. A great performance for Isotta.
Well, yeah, good job for Isotta, but I'm just not right now watching the train pick. He is gaining a lot. He's right now he was 10 seconds, now he's 7 seconds down to Critical Noob. Well, we have 4 laps to go. Sorry, 3 laps to go. And
Heels has just gone wide. So, he makes a bit of contact again with the sausage curbs. So he's really liking those sausage curbs, isn't he? Maybe a good German sausage. Not like that, not like that. Before you say anything, Airbus, I mean like Bradverst.
We're not going to say anything until you said that.
Or whatever. Well, okay, come on, who doesn't?
Yo, whoa.
No. Genuinely, Germany is known for their sausages. I'm not even joking. That isn't even an adult joke. That's literally the truth.
Yeah, but we can make it an adult.
Yeah. Like you've done this entire race. He likes those Bradversts, doesn't he?
I mean, he does something. He does like something called bread.
Oh. Does he have a big verst?
This race should be put it into the Romula One season 5 funniest moments.
What is Romula One even about, bro? Like,
Romula
2 laps
One
remaining, 2 laps from the end, and Critical Noob is about to cap off another dominant victory here in Berlin.
I mean, remember when I jinxed one driver in that VOD for Project Apex? I did jinx someone. I'm not gonna say who. It's a sad day. But anyway, my whole point of saying that it's not over until it's over. Because...
Oh, and into the wall goes Heels.
Because imagine...
No damage, I think, but...
Because imagine what would happen if Critical Noob would be DNF'd. I mean, fans are right now cheering for him, but if he DNFs...
Well, let's find out. Let's go round one more time. And if your conspiracy theory is right, we could have an incredible final lap. On board with Critical Noob, who is lapping, I believe that's deferred. Yes, it is. And in a race, no, I'm not gonna king. In a race that's been mainly domination for Critical Noob at his home race. It's gonna be 4 in a row. And I think the championship is kind of pretty much just locked up already for the Season 3 champion.
What was it? That's a... Well, I just saw... Was that epic? Oh my days.
Did he crash?
I saw someone going through the curbs, absolutely launching into the air.
Well, it's a big moment for him. But let's quickly focus back at the leader. Because for the 4th time in a row, and this time at home, the crowd are on their feet. He's standing on the shoulders of the great. And Critical Noob is going to win the Grosse Preis von Deutschland and win it home here on the streets of Berlin. And in another incredible race as well.
Yeah, but we have battle. Sorry to interrupt you. We have still battle between James and Gogo. Down to the finish line. I think Gogo did it.
I think he's going to get it on the line. Gogo gets it. And that's P4 for the Isotta driver. and one of the best, maybe even the best result for the team this entire season.
That was close. I got informed just in time by Casa that there was a battle between Gogo and James for P4. Gogo, but James had DRS at the end, but still it wasn't enough for him to get a P4. So it's Zota in P4, James in P5, 6th is Meow, and then we have Hios in 7th, followed by Clocks in 8th, 9th is Coopson. It was a PMP sandwich there. 10th is Defender, I believe. 11th is Ratty. 12th is Mr. Cow. 13th is Epic. 14th is Mr. Macho Globe. 15th Go Show. 16th is Oh yeah, I
So
actually.
no interviews and podium,
Oh, that's
but
sad.
it's been an incredible race. For the second season in a row, Train Pig loses the battle for the win and has to settle for, well, outside of P1. Last season it was against Dakar. This season it's against Critical Noob. Last season, after winning here in Berlin, Dakar would go on to win in Greece. And this season, the next round just so happens to be at Piraeus Bay for the Greek Grand Prix. So can Critical Noob win in Greece next week? Let's find out here, and you can watch it all live, on demand, whenever, wherever, here on YouTube, all for free. Join the Discord, subscribe to follow Romula One Season 5.
Also, subscribe if you love